Catch a corp?
Capsule. Like everything's in capsules.
You know, like you ever see like the capsules that they use in
Capsule
Dragon Ball Z?
Corporation.
That had the C logo on all their shit.
He probably saw it 1,000 times, had no idea.
I don't know. Yeah.
I got you. Hold on.
I don't know what it is.
He doesn't watch cartoons like that. You don't watch any cartoons?
I watched the Avatar. I got the whole collection.
That's
You
it?
don't remember
Yeah,
like
that was my
Capsule Corp,
cartoon.
that
they had those tubes.
Oh, I mean, I seen that symbol before.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z.
I thought that symbol meant Cartoon Network.
No,
Yo,
That's not the old Cartoon Network symbol?
no, motherfucker. Because they got
there's
a
two
C.
C's.
Nah, I remember it was like Cartoon Network had like something like
It
that
was
back
C
in
and
the day.
N,
No?
yeah.
No, Cartoon Network's
was like
old
that, like-
logo said Cartoon Network, motherfucker.
It was like in blocks.
Like now they minimize it, but no, it was just
Oh, I
Cartoon
thought it was
Network.
that. Oh, alright.
Nah, that's Capsule Corp. That's Dragon Ball Z.
And what they do? What they do in the show?
No, that's the chick. I mean, you gotta take it back to like the Bulma. You gotta take it back to Dragon Ball. The chick that he used to run with, Goku, which is like the main character. That's her parents'
Company.
business. Yeah,
You know,
they're scientists.
all
They
those cars
invented.
and all
Yeah,
that shit that they use.
it
is
comes
all
in this
Capsule
little
Corp.
capsule, and you just throw it, and a dinner could pop up, or a car could pop up, or a house.
So it's like those toys.
It's what the future.
It's the
is
LOL
gonna
dolls.
be.
I guess.
I mean, yeah, if you want to break it down like that,
Yeah, LOL dolls.
you just throw it, and then it just.
It became an LOL doll.
Yeah, it becomes that. It becomes anything you want it to be.
Wait, do you buy the
future,
capsule?
yeah.
Like, all right, this is a car, and then you
Yeah.
Or it's just like a surprise mystery,
Nah,
a mystery capsule.
No. They buy the capsules. But for her, like for them, they run with the chick that owns the business.
Family
So
owns the business.
Wait, that's the
get
short.
whatever
That's the
they
shorty
want.
with the short hair.
the blue
with
hair.
the blue, yeah.
All right,
The one that's
I kinda
famous,
seen it.
yeah. For like all the cosplay, all these little
Yeah.
people that want to dress up like anime characters.
Okay, you got the yellow dress or something?
Nah, I was like pink.
Am I mistaken? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
Back to podcasts.
Yeah,
That's
how
April
about-
O'Neil.
How about my man with the eye joint?
You mean Vegeta?
Vegeta with the
mans?
scanner? He had the scanner.
Was he part of that company too?
Nah, he married the chick though.
No, now he's part of the company.
Yeah, think about it. Yeah,
alright.
his name is up there somewhere
Probably.
In the credits.
in the credits. Yeah.
Vegeta, husband.
I mean, he tests out their fucking gravity machines.
Their battle suits.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Oh, so Vegeta don't got the same suit anymore?
Well, they,
She
That blue-
replicated,
that blue
she
joint?
replicated
She
it.
designed it off of his suit, off his OG suit.
Yeah, that's the shit he wears.
Yeah. All right, so back to
About to
podcast.
geek out on this
before
shit.
we
Word.
geek out super
About to
heavy.
Dragon Ball Z geek out.
We
Man.
went from podcast to making fun of my shirt
Nah,
to
so
Dragon Ball Z.
because you know what it is too. Like when you start talking about certain like these things,
You just deep dive.
like you'll deep dive into it,
Pause.
right?
Yeah, of course.
So
I try
you
to deep
pause
dive
and
all
deep
the time.
diving. You don't be deep diving.
As
You
long
just
as I
stay at the shallow one.
No, no.
He ain't deep diving shit. He just goes by the shallow.
I stay on the edge.
I stay in the edge.
You tiptoe at the water.
Nah, cause even with like the whole thing about Resident Evil,
Okay.
right? If you played all the games, like I don't know, you played all the games. I played all the games.
I played all the PlayStation ones.
And I played every game.
I played all
the
of them.
GameCube games.
The only one I didn't play
was 7. That's the only one I didn't play.
For me was Nemesis.
What?
The original PlayStation 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the only one.
That's
I
two.
played the remake. No,
that's
part 2.
3.
Part
Nemesis
two.
three,
is
that's
3.
three.
That was the
Nemesis is
shortest
3.
one.
Yeah.
Pause.
That's the only one I didn't play.
Nemesis had a low one.
I didn't have a PlayStation. I didn't have a PS1.
Oh, okay.
That's
Oh,
right.
I had all.
You played the first one?
I had for the second
with
Saturn.
Carlos.
Oh,
I had a
okay.
Sega
Carlos
Saturn.
is in the second one.
He's in the,
Carlos.
Carlos is in the third one. It's Leon and Claire in the second one.
No, yeah, Carlos is in the. Yeah, that was Jill's second.
Yeah.
She was looking for Carlos.
Carlos, yeah.
No, she wasn't looking for Carlos.
Nah,
Carlos
she got
went to
sick.
She got sick. Carlos went to save her.
She got the
because-
G virus.
Yeah.
Yo, nah, it's crazy, yo, because if you look at the story, that shit, the story dates back from like 1960 something,
Oh no, the 80s.
60s.
Well, no, not even way before that. It was like in the.
No, it was like 60, 61.
Or like the 40s. No, I think it was even before like the 40s or 50s.
No, it's like the 60s. I forgot what game it was that breaks it down. It's like the because it was like the parents, like these dudes that they had the kids, the white boys,
The Spencers.
Yeah, it was the kids that created the T virus, like in the 70s.
Why?
Why? No, that nigga was wilding. I don't know. It's a long time since I played these games, but There's like 60
Yeah,
something.
no, I just looked at it. It's like in the 50s. They started like doing all that experiments in the 50s.
Oh, okay, 50s. All right, yeah.
And then they did the 60s, 70s eventually. Yeah.
So if you every game was like you got so like part 1.
You had to
So
read all the
part
little books and
3
shit.
was on like what a couple hours to like a month apart. Like
It's a month. So from 1 and 3, it's a month apart. 2 and 3 happen at the exact same time.
just
different
somewhere
parts.
else.
Just different areas.
Not Raccoon City.
They're both in Raccoon City.
They're all yeah.
He said it with such an accent.
Yeah, CD.
Raccoon City.
CD. Nah, because in part 2 when they introduced Leon,
Yeah.
that's my dude.
That was his first day.
that was his
No.
first day when the zombies were already in Raccoon City.
Like he was going to work. That was
He
his
was,
first
yeah,
day
he was
job.
really going like he signed up for that shit. Like there wasn't no surprise for him.
Well, he wasn't expecting zombies to show up. He was just like, "It's my first day on the job," and he just shows up and there's mad zombies
Yo,
everywhere.
but it's crazy the progression for that. See, and this is the shit about Capcom, right? They've made perfect choices back in the day when they came to the like who they have for these games.
So
Because Street Fighter
Street Fighter's
has an ill-ass story too,
their stories are always good.
Street beef.
and then it doesn't run like one after another. Like no, man, like it just like Resident Evil.
Yeah,
It's all like all right, we're
Jumbled
gonna
up.
bring you
Yeah,
back
well,
here,
there's
then we bring you back here.
Street Fighter 1 and 2. Then they had alphas. Then
The
they had Street
alphas
Fighter
they were
3.
young, so
Yeah, that
Alpha
that
was the prequel.
Yeah, exactly. And then they had Street Fighter 3.
Street Fighter 3 is when they're older,
Yeah.
because Street Fighter 5 technically, I believe, is before Street Fighter 3.
Is it? Ah,
Yeah.
no.
Street Fighter
You're
3
funny.
so far is the oldest they've been, age-wise. When you watch how the story is broken down.
They got arthritis
Yo,
and shit.
Huh? Yeah, I think Ryu had arthritis in that one. He wasn't punching the same. But no, that's what I'm saying. Like Capcom makes banging ass decisions when it comes to like, well, back in the day. I don't know about
So
nowadays.
the timeline goes Street Fighter, then the Alpha series, 2, 4, 5, and 3. So you were right.
Yeah.
Shit.
Because the Street Fighter
Wait,
1
5 is the one that's on PlayStation.
yeah,
Yeah.
PS4
PS5.
right now.
PS4.
PS5. It's going to PS5 also.
That's the one that shows. This is the one that I learned that my man says yoga flame.
Yeah. Because now
What
he's
you say?
speaking
You-
better English.
You thought he said you got fired?
Dude.
I don't know what he was saying this whole time, my whole life. But then I played that junk, and my man was a yoga master.
He was a yoga master,
and
yeah.
he said yoga something else. I was like, this dude this whole time was saying yoga.
So the only reason
I didn't even
knew
know what that meant.
The only reason I knew that was because the move was called Yoga Flame. So I was like, so at
He
first
read
I
the
was
book.
like, so
We ain't had the games with the books back
Again,
in the
we
day.
gonna go back to reading. I wasn't reading shit. That's one. And two, like the yoga, yeah, the whole yoga thing came in. Like I don't know what yoga meant when I was 7.
Street Fighter 1 was definitely the youngest, only because
they had they had those stupid buttons.
well, no, it's just the way they looked. Yo,
Yeah.
Ryu was a redhead. I think he was going
Yeah.
through something during that time.
Yeah.
He was dying
No,
and
but I'm
shit.
saying-
That was like people back in the
before
2000s
Sega-
bleaching their hair blonde.
Yeah,
'cause
that was Ryu
That's
in
before
the
Sagat
village.
got the scar on his chest too.
Yeah.
Because that's after like in 2 onwards. That's when he had they showed.
That's
the
when
scar
he
on
had
his
it.
chest. Because
So
fucking
Ryu put,
Ryu
you know,
did that
Ryu
dirty
was like,
ass
yo, let me
move.
walk around real quick and find the first motherfucker to act up.
That's yo, he's a bully, bro.
Yeah,
like
nah,
I'm
he
breaking
ain't
that down to y'all. Like the whole time, Ryu just been bullying people around the hoods.
Nah,
Like,
I mean, that's
he be like, yo, he go to your hood, be like, yo, who's the baddest dude out here?
It's like
And just
Daniel's
fights
son.
the
He's the
dude.
same way. They're both bullies.
right. So back to Dragon Ball Z, which you could bounce back, because that's how Goku is.
Oh, he be
Goku-
beating
His
up
whole
people.
story.
Like that?
Nah, he just wants to find someone who's strong to fight.
Go
That's it.
fight your
Like,
way
why?
territory.
Dude, get a job, bro.
Word.
Nah, that's his job. He's saving you, yo.
He ain't saving
At
shit.
the-
You
at-
picking the fight.
At the end of the day, he gonna save you,
What job
yo.
he need? He don't pay taxes.
Yeah, nah, he good.
Damn.
He was working on the farm.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Bulma covers his taxes. You're like, oh,
I'm
you saved
pretty
the
sure
world,
she'd
I
be
got
looking
you.
him out.
So who's the strongest dude so far?
What?
Goku.
Is it Goku?
In Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah.
It's always Goku.
Nah.
That purple dude, the guy
Right
with the
now
punch?
in the Super, the angel that
But super finished in the animes. Super finished the anime.
anime wise, the comic books are still running.
know
So
this.
right now, the angels are the strongest beings.
No, but then but there's always at a certain point, then Goku gets stronger.
Well, Goku, if you read, watch, or whatever, Goku already is the first mortal to be able to reach the angels'
Yeah, because he got that
transformation.
ultra instinct.
Vegeta couldn't do it.
Yeah,
But
he's
Vegeta evolved into something else
So Vegeta
because
be hating on
they're
him?
training. No, but they're training him to become a god of destruction. Maybe, who fucking knows? That's the way it looks. to become a god of destruction, and Goku's already adapted to the angel power, angel level.
So Vegeta just be beefing with Goku because he hating him.
Well, no, Vegeta's thing is
he was the prince.
he was the prince, yeah, of
So
the
he
whole
feels
planet.
Like, he feels like, and Goku was like, when Goku was born, he had the weakest power level.
Well,
out of
Goku was
everybody.
just
And he was just a crybaby.
he's low level,
He's a
bum,
peasant family.
yeah, peasant.
Was he a regular person though?
No, he was basically.
Yeah,
the
he was
lowest
low
low.
level. Like he was one that they could just throw away. He was like a throwaway baby.
Damn, they do that in that cartoon too.
And
Yeah, he's like a Spartan, like the Spartans. you
Yo,
know?
a lot of these
Oh.
cartoons are built off like
Some scary shit.
but politics and just all that other shit. Like a lot of these animes, they have that in there. Like the stories are crazy with some of them shits, right? Because it's shit that happens in certain countries.
But they're not in this world, right? It's supposed to be like
Yeah, they're in
another
Earth.
world or something.
No, it's Earth.
Well, now they're like in space and shit. Like,
Well, no, they travel now, but
Yeah.
no, it's in Earth.
Oh, it started on Earth.
Yeah, he was sent to Earth.
Goku was originally sent to Earth to destroy Earth, but then he bumped his head and got amnesia.
He bumped his head.
Right, but then they kind of like switched it up as the time went on, cause kind of piece it together.
Yeah. Well, they don't talk about him growing up. Like,
Well,
oh,
no. So in the last one, when they did the shit with Broly, when they remade Broly and
Yeah.
made him canon to the story, they kind of sent him to Earth to save him, because the planet was gonna be destroyed by Frieza, and his pops was like, "Yo, we gotta get the kids off." His older brother was already traveling with Vegeta on different planets, taking over planets. So they just sent Goku out.
They thought Goku was gonna take over Earth. That's the whole thing because they're like,
No, that's what it was originally, but
oh,
now there's more understanding to the story, because now they're meeting all these beings.
And Frieza's
That was
my man
around.
with the turban.
nah,
That's Piccolo.
That's Piccolo.
He keeps
or,
that Piccolo,
Pycon.
you know what I mean?
either of those things.
It's a wild name.
Well, if you notice, all the Dragon Ball Z people are named after food.
Yeah, it's food.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Vegeta, vegetable.
J-
Gohan means rice in Japan, in Japanese.
Piccolo is pickle, Kakarot is carrot,
Carrot.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Radish was radish,
Yeah.
That. I didn't know that.
cauliflower,
What?
cauliflower,
What's Khalifa?
kale,
Yeah, it's kale.
Khalifa,
What's
It's one of
Khalifa?
the like,
Yeah, what's
like chicks. Yeah.
What's Broly? Broccoli?
broccoli.
I didn't even know that. I didn't know that at all. Why they named it after food though?
I don't know why they went with that. I don't know. That dude was smoking.
Is that
my
just,
nigga.
no? But is that the same way in their language? Because you know that's
Yeah. No, that's exactly what it is.
They call him Gakuro. They'll say like Sun, like so they say Sun Goku. That's all. That's the only difference.
Well, that's his human name, yeah. But
Yeah.
Kakarot
I'm
is
saying
his
like
original name.
yeah, so they say like Sun
Yeah,
Kakarot.
Kakarot.
what that mean.
Carrot, nigga.
Carrot.
That nigga's name is Carrot.
I mean, they named this kid Rice.
Well, that was after the grandfather.
I know, but
His
his
adopted-
grandfather's
his
name is
adopted
Rice too.
grandfather, yeah.
Damn.
Adopted
arroz.
grandfather's the nigga that found him. when
And
he
how
was
that
a
shit
baby.
translate in Spanish then? Nigga named arroz.
Arroz. You gotta roll your R's.
My boy Piccolo. And he green too. Yeah, they didn't even try, yo. Like, that's Piccolo.
And what's the purple dude? He's pink, I think, with the tail. He was pretty strong too, right? At once.
Dude.
He looked like a reptile or some junk.
Talking about Cell?
The only purple dude I can remember is Captain Ginyu.
With the horns.
Nah, this dude was like mad strong. He's beating him up. This is years ago. I don't know if he's still out
I
there.
don't know.
I know these things run through years and shit, right?
Yeah,
Like 500 years is a year.
That guy.
that's so.
No, it's another purple. He was stronger than him, the guy I'm saying.
There was
He was
Frieza.
purple.
Then Frieza had his brothers like Cooler and shit.
Oh, that dude right there, that's Frieza, right? The dude with the helmet?
Yeah, purple.
But then he also had his brother. Yeah, he looks like a LA
He
Laker.
gold now.
Nah, this dude looked like
His brother.
like
Cooler.
an Egyptian joint, like the tiger,
That
like
guy?
the lion. Nah. He looked like the.
Oh, he's talking about the god of destruction. Bring up Beerus.
Beerus.
What that mean?
That's his name.
He's the god of destruction for that universe.
Beers? Like
guy?
That dude?
His name is Beer. I can't see. I don't see no picture. Yeah, him. Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
pharaoh
Yeah, it's
looking
Beerus.
dude.
He's the
Yeah.
god of destruction.
So that's who they're training.
Isn't he the hard body one though?
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
god of
strongest
destruction.
dude,
He's
right?
the only one that can beat Goku.
Yeah, he was the one with the
Well,
finger. I
Whis-
remember that. He was fingering his dude.
Whis
He's
is
just
the
like,
angel.
Wait. Oh yeah.
He's stronger than
he's
all
even
of
stronger
them.
than all of them.
He's the one training Goku.
Yeah, you never put that into play though?
What?
But he was just saying, choo. He was with the fingers. You never put that into idea. So I shows like, yeah, this is some gay shit.
Yeah.
Yo.
Showing them what those fingers do.
Like, that nigga was like, ching.
Yeah.
And then emphasize on the fingers.
The shit with the story behind like Goku and shit is anything he experiences,
it makes him stronger.
his body adapts to it and he learns
That's
it.
a sane trait, like his race.
But for him, it's different.
So if I throw a rock at him,
But he just keeps on fighting stronger and stronger people. That's the reason why he just gets.
And he be looking for that shit. So it's just like Ryu, the only thing this motherfucker could travel to different galaxies.
Yeah,
He's looking for it. He's looking
space
for it.
creatures, the closest thing.
yo,
to
these
him,
Asians
right?
be thinking about some other shit, bro.
Japanese. Like we gonna it's all Japanese anime. Think about it. Street Fighter, like
Back to Capcom.
These guys.
back
Oh,
to Capcom.
shit.
Yo, so no, well, Dragon Ball Z was bought out by Bandai, right?
Excuse
No,
me?
Bandai makes their games.
Bandai makes their video games. All right,
Bandai
so
Namco,
let's Namco. Namco had a game called
Second.
Fighting Street. Look it up. It was like probably early 80s. Capcom had to pay them so they could use that name
Street Fighter.
to make Street Fighter.
Fighting Street makes no sense.
I think it was Fighting Street.
Yeah, TurboGrafx 16.
Yo, look at my
Fighting
man. My
Street.
man fights in America though, cause he got the president's wall behind him. Look.
Right. But thank
And
God,
he's a bony Ryu.
thank God that
They didn't make that game.
that Namco let them buy it out.
Isn't
Dude, it's
Nam-
one of like the best franchises in video game history. Like they
Namco
started a lot of
make,
shit.
Zombies Ate My
Fighting
Neighbors.
Street, it just looks like that's Street Fighter. That is Street Fighter. Look at
That's Street Fighter 1. So in Street
But no,
Fighter
look-
1
but
you
look-
could only play with Ryu.
But that's-
And
but-
if you were a second player they gave you Ken.
Yeah.
That was it.
But look, it's fighting. I guess Fighting Street. I guess like certain countries have like you can't call it Street Fighter or something like that because there's a like a
It's like a
licensing.
bootleg, yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So they had to call it Fighting Street in other areas. So
But it was a Namco look up Namco. Namco had the name.
Yeah, but didn't Namco make Zombies Ate My Neighbors?
No, that was a claim.
That's Capcom. That's Capcom, homie.
That was
Zombie,
Capcom?
No, Zombie Ate My Neighbor. Sorry, I was thinking of.
That was a claim.
It could have been. I don't know. Hold on.
That was
Nah, I remember the
We're
sign.
throwing too many video games at this thing.
Like, I'm trying to like look up this right now.
Yo, Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
I know Namco had a game.
Yo, why they don't
Here's
remake
the-
Zombies Ate
here's
My
the
Neighbors?
article.
Right there. Namco. Bandai. They had the original. What is it? Fighting Street?
Yo,
It's right there.
I can't. All I see is.
all
this
you're
dude's
doing is
head.
looking at a picture. Read the.
Nah, all
actual
I'm doing is
article.
looking at your head. 'Cause you're blocking it.
Factoids.
Yeah, educators.
Oh, good pillow. Oh, it's the sneakers, yo. I'm just fly. They look like the.
They just own the trademark to Street Fight.
Right. That's what he's saying.
So they had. So
Capcom had to buy it out, right?
But he's called it. He was saying it's called it Fighting Street. They just had to pay them just so they can use the word Street Fighter.
Yeah.
That's wild. Which makes more sense because Street Fight.
So they had the license to the
Nah,
name
Fighting
Street
Street, like the whole block fight. All right.
So
That's
basically,
every
it's
street
like
in Patterson.
the equivalency of say like we come out with we get the rights to Ruthless discussions
we should.
and what you would call it, and then someone tries to make something called Ruthless discuss.
Our discussion ruthless.
Discussion Ruthless, like yo, you gotta pay.
Yeah, you sound like
Yeah, you gotta pay me.
Yeah.
So that's the same. That's the same stuff.
So they let him get it though, and one of probably like the most popular games in video game history is that game.
Yeah.
Argue it. There's no way.
Well,
That shit has a weird following, yo.
The water I
Like-
drink is about more than
that shit
Yo.
get heavy.
Cause you know what it is. Like I like video games, but I like it to a certain extent. You know, like you don't see me going out there trying to educate people on these video games. But when you see like these little these conventions, like
oh, dude, they
dude,
study.
yo,
they
people
study
are
frame rates and
weird,
everything.
bruh. People are weird. I mean, we see it going to Comic Con.
yeah, but it's not as bad.
No, Comic Con is not as bad as
because you get like, a mixture of everything. But if you go strictly for like a video game, it's not like a tournament. Or
people are
something, or, like,
weird.
they get a little bit weirder.
Man, you go right there to 46.
All that gaming store,
That,
the one in Clifton.
on Friday,
dude,
Friday
I love,
nights.
I love that spot, man.
Friday nights they used to have the competitions.
I
Yeah,
re-
people are weird.
You go
in
there Friday
too.
nights.
Nah, I remember I used to play because they had that Nintendo arcade machine, the one that you put
Oh,
coins into
inside,
for time slots. So I put like $1 in to play Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Yeah,
You
but
played, yo, that shit on the
And-
arcade is way different than playing it
and
on.
I wanted to see how fast. No, it was actually the same exact thing. It was just on a timer, so like you could only play up to like.
Yeah, but dude was like, he was that graph.
Oh no, that's the original. That wasn't even.
Oh, that's the only one I played.
That was like the grid
The
one.
original Punch Out. That's the
Yeah,
only
that
one
was
I played
called Punch
arcade.
Out.
Yeah.
But then when it came out to Nintendo, that's when it was called Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
So the one the one at the Digital Press, the one you're talking about, like that is actually Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Oh, okay.
Punch Out. So I remember after like 20 minutes, I was like, let's see how far I can get in 20 minutes, and I had a fucking ounce of weed in my pants, so that shit just smelled.
He had all those little geeks ready to go. They were blasting in there.
Like,
Nah, we just because
it gets deep. They be deep in there. I don't know right now because of COVID, but
well, yeah.
they used to be.
Yeah.
I went there once to get a remote for the.
Johnny took me there for the first time when I bought my when I got my Xbox fixed.
oh yeah, because they did all that shit there.
Yeah, I went there to go get the Super remote because
They're the only ones that had it.
Those
Yeah,
turbo-
that time, yeah, of course.
turbo-
So I went there.
Nah,
Yo, that
it's
joint was
weird,
packed. I
yo.
was like, yo, they giving out games.
It's
or something?
weird, yo, because I play video games, but damn, like you don't hear me.
Oh no, so like
Like you hear them talking. I'm like, yo, my nigga,
So
you in
when it
public.
comes to, like,
talking like this. Like,
Nah, but they be talking about the characters like the dude lived with them or
Yeah.
something like that.
that's what I'm
It's
saying.
like, yo, did you just see Ryu? Like, nah, I didn't, bro.
So
What did he do now, nigga?
Where he at?
the way,
That's the same game
the way
I
they talk
got.
about
How you got that
fighting.
background story?
I missed him, nigga.
So the way the big difference with the pro fighting circuit compared to normal people, those niggas literally study
Said normal people.
cause we play fighting games you like Johnny. I know you're really good at
Yo,
fighting.
that's my
games,
shit. I love
But
fighting.
like when it comes to them, they study what's called they study frame rates.
Yeah,
So,
they
like,
cheating.
Not
Oh, yeah,
cheating.
They counting cards, bro.
yeah, no,
That's
they
cheating.
Counting card is not illegal. It's just heavily frowned upon.
They go-
It's cheating,
they
bro.
go
It's
into-
not, there's no rules against counting cards. They just hate it because obviously they're losing.
Because you cheating.
Yeah,
No,
like,
'cause they're losing money.
That's a shortcut.
Well, it's the same shit you talking about with the frame
Is it
rate.
is it in the rule books? Like you said, you can't count cards. No.
Nah, but
They just don't like it because they lose money. That's it. That's
right,
If
because it's a shortcut. It defeats the game.
if it's not in the rule book, that means it's not cheating. It's just they're just sore losers.
Word.
So if I see you counting cards and you taking my money, I'm gonna slap the shit. It's gonna get me mad.
I hate playing online, like nowadays, because
They frame count.
no, well, they're just doing the
that
same
and they be
shit.
cheating.
Oh,
They just do the same
that's
shit.
called spamming.
So, like, with the Mortal Kombat online,
They'll use the strongest character. They'll use
and they'll just use the same move over and
But
over,
that's
whack.
called spamming.
and you can't do shit
You
about
got
it.
no skill.
Yo, you really can't do shit about it either.
But when it comes to pro fighting, they study what's called frames. So like your TV is a 60 frame, 120 frames. So they actually they'll slow it down so they can see like how many frames does it take for a punch to go through? How many frames does it take for a Hadouken to come out? So they're like, oh, a Hadouken is 7 frames.
Right.
So they know when to like do
All
that.
virgins.
Yeah, they're
Nigga,
all.
you don't get no ass if
I
you're
ain't counting
counting a video
shit.
game's frame rate. Nigga. Like,
That's deep though.
just
no
play
homo.
the game.
I remember seeing that like when I went to William Patterson, that's like they were doing that, and I was just like, yo, I'm not playing Street Fighter with these guys. I was playing freaking Time Crisis in the corner.
Well, if that's the point, just cover the TV. Give you a little chance.
Yo, we're gonna play on a different TV. How about we do
What
it?
you got, dog?
But when you play like on the pro circuit, they have like they use like specific TVs.
Yeah,
like,
see, that's
They use
whack,
monitor. They use
man.
monitors.
That's why.
So they use, but at the end of the day, all TVs have the same thing. You're gonna use 60 frames, 100.
Yo, I
frames.
saw this little
So
boy
they're gonna
on the Mortal Kombat tournament. Yo, he was kicking these dudes' ass. Yo.
Was he
Young
doing
kid, too.
different shit or just like doing?
He played with different characters. He was good with the weather chick. I forgot her name. He was good with her.
Storm?
No,
The
first of all,
weather
that's
chick.
X-Men.
This ain't Marvel vs. Capcom.
Nah, the
Yeah,
chick
but
that
I'm-
controls. She's Mother Nature. I forgot her name.
Oh,
Oh,
Century on or some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, her.
Some shit.
Patreon.
Yeah, she got the
Yeah, he was
she got
nice
the
with
vines
her.
hanging out.
Yeah, he was nice with her. Yo.
Well, no, like I was playing somebody. He had a Terminator, and he kept doing like this one same stomp move. I don't know, it's some weird shit, but
They do the
Probably
same
his
combo
strongest
over and over
hard.
again, yeah.
His strongest move.
and I'm like, yo, let me get free so I can fuck you up, yo. And one round I got him, but then once he caught me with that move, it was all over
You keep
again.
on doing the same thing over and over again. But
That's
then
right.
that's when you need to learn, like counters and stupid.
Yeah,
shit.
the
Nah, that's when I
counters,
just
yeah.
back the fuck off because like
That's when I turned the
you trash,
fucking.
my nigga.
That's when I turned the game
You
over. So you go
pissing me
fuck
off.
yourself.
Word up.
But that's just me.
Do you wait? Speaking of that, I remember you guys telling me a story years ago of one of your friends getting fucked up at the arcade by some nerd.
So we went to Fun
Fun
and Games
Fun and Games.
in Wayne. And you know how people used to put the quarters down,
Yeah.
you got next or whatever. So this dude picked, this is Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Dude picked, Joseph was there. Dude picked Sentinel. and he just kept doing the same rocket punch shit like over and over. But he did it in a loop. You know how you loop it and that's it. The combo's looping and that's it. Like there's no breaking it. And this dude just turned to him and he just stared at him. And looked at him up and down. Was like, yeah, that's why you don't get no pussy, nigga. And Joseph's dying, and this nigga looks sad as hell, nigga. Like, yo, I don't. This is why I'm here.
That was no defense, bro.
Like, he's like, that's why you don't get no pussy, nigga. And he just looks sad as hell. Yo, Joseph loves that shit, yo. Cause yo, we just looked at the dude, yo. He looks sad as fuck that night. Yo. Like, he just got hit with reality. Like he went to the arcade, like I'm gonna fuck people up. People gonna respect me. Nah, bro. You got called out, nigga.
That's the only love that he gotten all night. People just getting off the machine because they don't want to play with him.
Yo, it was good. Yo, that shit was so good, yo. I love those days.
That story is forever etched in my mind.
Nah, yeah, forever, yo. Dude, we used to go to that arcade. We went. Yeah, we had fun, yo.
I used to go to play DDR.
Nah, we barely played.
Is that
like,
dancing shit?
I don't know. This nigga stole a basketball one night we was there.
Yeah, but, yes, it was the dancing game, obviously.
Yo, that's
you used to go dance?
No, play DDR.
Were you one of those sweaty guys? Yo, dude used to go there just for the dance.
Yo, we used to be behind him hitting the key. Yo, they be into it. We be hitting the back key like.
We used to hit the down arrow on motherfuckers.
They be mad as hell and won't do. But turn around and won't do a goddamn thing because they see mad people behind them like, ah, chill.
Fucked his combos up.
I was only 8 years old though playing that shit.
Shit, you was kicking your feet fast?
No, I would play like on light.
These motherfuckers.
No, they'll get in, dude.
They sound heavy.
And I give it to whoever was.
No, they weren't that much like.
Yo, because I like you know how they talk about hand-eye coordination, but that's hand-foot. I know that's eye-foot. What is that?
I don't know what that is. That's moving.
Yo, but them motherfuckers is moving.
Yeah.
like you was doing that.
No, I was playing light mode, so it was like a little bit slower pace. So I wasn't like.
You had the towel with the water bottle there,
no.
wiping yourself off.
Yeah, ready like.
You gotta remember.
I remember Guitar Hero. You was killing that.
But
shit.
you gotta remember, 8-year-old Chris was pretty chubby, so like I wasn't doing.
Yeah, he wasn't moving that fast.
I wasn't moving that fast.
I was still gonna hit that back key on your ass.
Yo, we used to just walk by too, just on a walk by, just hit that quick down arrow and we keep it moving, yo. Motherfuckers used to be mad. But Guitar Hero, you used to kill that shit.
Yeah. I don't know if I could do that anymore.
Nah, I wasn't really that good at that.
Yeah, you know why? Started having sex.
Well, that's. I think that's why my girl likes me because of Guitar Hero.
Because the card.
But like, I'm getting old. Got that arthritis.
Watch how I touch these keys.
Watch this 200.
Watch these hands under these keys.
Honestly, though, I thought it would like me being able to play Guitar Hero really good. I thought I was able to translate it to playing not guitar but keyboard. Because obviously, keyboard.
Like guitar?
No, like a keyboard, like an actual
keyboard.
Not because they got the guitar keyboards.
No.
Guitars, right? That's what it's called? Is that what it's called?
It is called the keytar, yes.
Oh, okay.
But no, I thought I was going to be good at piano.
I would have gave you that. You could have got that.
Nah, he's going to rock the piano.
I was trying to learn how to play piano after that. I picked it up.
Actually, didn't Joseph
learn how to play? Was saying they're just doing mad combos.
That would have been me.
The first song I learned to play was 1,000 Miles, just because it was a good laugh.
I would walk 5. That one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
1,000 miles down, walk
so
out,
down,
1,000 more. Right, that's the song?
Yeah.
No, not that one.
That one?
No, not that one. I'm talking about the Vanessa Carlton, Vanessa Hudgens.
Vanessa Hudgens, the chick from High School Musical?
No, the white chick song. You know what I'm talking about? The one that fucking Terry Crews was singing? That's what I try to learn how to
Making my way downtown.
That one. You learned that song?
Yeah, I learned that.
Ah, man. You should have learned the other one.
No, that one got some guitars into.
I don't even think there's a guitar in that song.
Oh, I mean,
piano.
A piano,
yeah.
You can't play it? You can make anything work on a keyboard.
Well, I mean, I haven't played a keyboard since I was maybe 22.
I put the jug on my tablet.
Yeah, Joseph had you just mentioned it. It just processed right now. Yeah, Joseph had he learned it.
Well, he went to Guitar Hero or something like that. The guy was teaching him.
That's not a school, my nigga. That's a store.
Center?
No, but the guy was teaching him lessons there.
He said Guitar Hero.
Guitar Center, yeah.
Guitar Center.
Yeah. But he had a whole book. The dude
was teaching him how to play and shit. I was like, oh shit, he was really into it too.
Joseph was into. I give Joseph that when it comes to the music, like
he gets very.
He learned whatever he felt he needed or wanted to learn to incorporate whatever he was doing when it came to DJing.
Yeah.
Like when they came to making the beats, like I give them respect on that.
Can we go back to Capcom?
Yeah, definitely.
That's the whole topic of this subject.
Yeah,
And
let's go back to.
we ventured off to anime.
Well,
to
first of all, it was
arcade.
supposed to be Resident Evil. They got a show coming out on
Capcom.
Netflix. Who's gonna be in it? Because I don't know nothing too much about it. I just heard about it. I didn't look into
So they
it.
said it was gonna be a live action, but then I think I saw a trailer to it and it looked like
CGI?
CGI.
Well, listen, the movies to me failed to me.
The live action movies, yes, because
They failed.
They were terrible.
I don't give a fuck. I
remember seeing the
don't
first
care
one.
what numbers they did in the box office.
Yeah.
Story wise, from
Well, I
what
don't
the
feel like
game
the last
is,
ones did anything.
they didn't.
Did you see?
The first
They
one. Maybe the first two.
They had like Mike Epps on one of them. He was funny as hell.
Yeah, he was. in
He
the
was
second-
like the
second
highlight
one.
of it.
He had like those two guns. Right
Yeah, he had
there.
the two golden guns, but he was the highlight of it comedy wise. But besides that, like those movies, the first one, it was nice to see.
Because you saw the Spencer Mansion.
And you
all
had the
that
chick from Fifth Element, and you know what I'm saying? Like, that was
Yeah.
my bitch
Yeah.
during
shit.
that
She
time.
had her
Big-
multi-pass.
Big bada boom.
Multi-pass.
Multi-pass.
Big bada boom.
But you get what I'm saying? So I was excited about the first one, but
Dude, wasn't it Michelle Rodriguez was in that too?
was she?
Yeah.
Was it 2 or 1?
No, the first one. She turned into a zombie. I remember that.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
it
was.
killed
She
her
wasn't
off
one. She was
quick.
in the train. She was in
She
the
was in
train
the
with
subway.
her.
She turned into a zombie.
Yeah, true.
That's how old it
She ain't
is.
get no luck in the movies
Well,
back
she
in the
didn't
day,
turn into
yo.
a zombie till the very end of the movie.
Because she had to
Yeah.
do Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, she had to go. Yeah, she had to go fast.
Too
I go fast. I
fast.
go fast.
Which they got another movie coming out,
I
right?
don't,
Yeah,
I don't
9.
even care.
I don't really care.
F9.
I don't really care either.
I fell off after the fourth one, I think.
I fell off after once they went to Tokyo, and I was like,
Tokyo
That's
Drift was
2,
cool.
bro.
That was
That's
3.
Third.
that was 3.
Yeah,
Tokyo
because
Drift.
too fast, too furious.
Nah, but
Exactly.
Tokyo Drift it wasn't bad. It's just it didn't fit the movie.
I just
for
like
me.
the cars. That's it.
I don't.
Yeah,
think,
yeah,
I don't
that's
think it
what-
had. I feel like it was just trying to show a different scene of like the car scene.
And that which was fine.
That's what made drift. Like that's what put drifting. Like into
Right,
the
and which was
American-
fine. That's what I'm saying. The
American
cars
audience.
were nice, everything was nice, but it didn't fit the story to me. Like you just
Yeah,
added something,
'cause
and
there-
then
'cause there was nobody
and
from the
then
original two.
and then these motherfuckers
He went whole.
completely.
Going into
He
space.
became a hero.
They gonna be going to space soon.
No, I think 9 they go to space.
9 they go into space.
Like,
Yo,
come
but
on,
you
my
know what
nigga,
throws the
like-
story off though? John Cena is Dom's brother.
Yo, how does that work, yo?
John Cena.
See, I don't
But
get
are,
it, man.
are they gonna really?
Like, bro, where you been this whole time? I was fighting The Rock.
Word.
But he was there.
Where
I
were
needed
you,
Well,
motherfucker?
obviously
Like-
John Cena was there. You just can't see him.
Clearly. Can't see me. Which
yeah,
did
listen.
he steal that from Banks? No, from what you call it?
Lloyd Banks.
No, not Lloyd Banks. What's that dude from G Unit?
Oh, Tony Yayo.
From Yayo. Yayo was doing that.
Yeah,
in the
he used to
movie.
do that shit back.
But
in the day.
remember, that's when John Cena first became I was say a rapper.
He was a rapper when he
Wrestler.
first came
was
out.
A wrestler, rapper.
Yeah, that was his thing. This dude was wrestling in jeans, homie.
Yeah, I know.
No, he was wearing his shorts.
nigga,
Yo, he had
jorts.
that thick ass chain like DMX.
Yo, the disrespect, yo. That is so disrespectful.
Remember,
yo.
that's when Vince McNabb wear a fucking do rag.
Vince McNabb was a football
That's
player.
Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, oh my God, the disrespect on that show during that time, yo. After The Rock and Stone Cold, you know, when they was out the door,
They had to make it.
I was still young when that was happening. But when they left, it was like,
early
alright,
2000s.
I'm done.
Did you
But
guys,
back to Resident Evil.
did you guys see did you guys ever see like the CGI Resident Evil movies?
No, but I saw the CGI Tekken movie.
CGI Resident Evil movies are actually really good.
They got one?
They have 4.
Damn, what the fuck was
Wait,
I?
is that the second one we saw at the movie
Yeah,
theater?
yeah. That one was hot.
So the
Yeah.
Resident Evil
And
live
we
action-
went- literally hot
we
in
went,
there.
yo,
It was like
we went to
in
this
there.
movie theater. They ain't have no AC.
No, first of all, yo, they didn't even have the movie running.
Yeah.
So we was sitting there for a minute, and everybody's like, "Yo, like, what's going on?" And everybody started yelling, and that was hot as hell in this room, bro. It was hot.
So there's 3 Resident Evil movies that are like animated, and then there's a 4D movie that was like you had to be in
Four
Japan.
dicks?
4D, like, because they had like the vibrating chairs and shit like that. They like they
What is
like,
this, a ride?
Oh, so 4D is when they put you in the experience.
Yeah.
You're part of it.
Well, no, you weren't part of it. But
4D.
Like, so like if you like say they were shooting guns or like something like smells and stuff like that, they actually like put it encapsulate it into the theater, but it was only in
So
Japan.
you smelt the zombie?
Yeah, you would smell like
Damn.
certain odors and shit, but that was
Like
only
rotten.
that was like a Japan only thing that they
Oh,
showed.
okay.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, because here motherfuckers would have been wilding.
They,
Word up.
they,
Yo.
they did have that like early days in America, like in the but I'm, like,
Now
early
here
days.
would have made no sense because you got somebody thinking like that.
No,
Most likely.
When I,
Next
say
is
early,
like,
when I say early
Is it
days,
the movie or the dude in front of me, bro?
when I say early days, I mean the 40s. like
On
they
the
did
40s?
like the 1940s. They tried doing that, but then they couldn't ventilate the smells, like fast enough. Like there was like I remember one of like they were talking about it. They were talking about like one of the scenes was showed pigs, so obviously it was like a pig farm, and they couldn't vent the smell fast enough.
And that's who was stuck in that
Who
room
the
smelling
fuck wants
shit.
that experience?
I mean,
Cause
I'm
that'd be
not
pretty
gonna go
cool,
watch a
like-
farm movie, my nigga, and want that.
No, but let's say that you driving through the farm, boom, shit in your ear.
they tried
And that shit stood around the whole
Well, that's-
movie.
Yeah, because it's a strong stench, right?
So that's why but that was a Japan exclusive movie. Then they had 3 other movies. They're actually really good.
I gotta check them out. I didn't know. I really didn't know.
One of them has Leon and Chris in it, where like they had
Leon, that's my boy.
had some pretty badass scenes.
Yo, again, you talking about him like you know the nigga. He said that's my
Nah,
boy.
cause
like,
yo,
you
honestly,
hung
yo,
out with him yesterday?
Leon's Resident Evil games were some of the best Resident Evils. Part 4 is the best, hands down.
Which is the one with Village?
That's the new one.
That's the move. That's the game.
Yeah, I know,
Village is
but
the game.
it's not the last one though.
Yeah, it's the new one.
That's the
Village.
newest
Nah,
one.
but wasn't there another one that the zombies were talking?
Part 4.
Well, they weren't zombies. They were parasites.
There are parasites living in the humans. Part 4. That's what I'm telling you.
That's the one that came out for PS4.
No, that's 7. Those weren't even zombies
That was
either.
Biohazard. Yeah.
Yeah, those were even zombies. Those
Well,
were,
there's
that
no
was the
one.
mold.
There's no one village. They're not zombies. Like you got lichens,
Yeah,
the vampire
it's
bitch.
the mold. It's the mold or whatever they use. Like
Yeah, like nigga, yo, Resident Evil evolved past zombies a while ago. Like they just on
you see the
any and every type of monster.
the
Like,
action going on.
Yeah, my man got the set skills,
Yeah, he
dude.
fucking him, bro. That's Chris,
He just
though.
body slammed him, bro.
that's Chris, bro.
Yo, he got a little ass head though.
Nah, but he be out there punching rocks.
He got a little ass head though.
Look at that shit.
This thing, he did a wheelie in a driveway,
That's
like in the
Leon,
hallway.
bro.
The one-handed. Bow.
That's Leon.
The whole time I watched that scene when I first saw this movie,
You wanna try
I was like, yo, you can't shoot a gun with the right hand because that means you took your hand off the throttle, and so essentially you're gonna fall off that bike.
And if he hits the brake, what
I would
brake
never
is
thought
that?
about that.
What brake is that?
Like,
On your right hand, it would be the front brake. The left.
So
hand's
he
your
going
clutch.
indo. Yeah, look, these
Chris is
zombies
like,
lazy.
"Alright, whatever, nigga.
No, like, I didn't even see him hold the right hand.
Yo,
hold the right
but
lever.
Leon's supposed to be blonde, right?
Well, it's like dirty blonde.
Oh, okay. That shit dirty as hell, bro. That shit look black.
I mean, when you're killing bad zombies, I'm pretty sure your hair
You
gets
got all
coated
that
with
blood and shit.
Yeah.
Nah, that's tough. I want to watch that.
That's gross.
I didn't know they the animes were like that good.
No, they were great.
Wait, where you get that? YouTube?
I just found them on random websites.
Nah, isn't there a website where you could watch all the Japanese animation?
Yes.
Anime something?
Honestly,
I don't know.
It's been a while for me for anime.
Yeah, but is it in English?
It's in English.
English. They try.
I mean, they use the same voice actors from the games for the
That's not bad.
for the CGI movies.
That's not bad.
So
Them niggas just be cutting certain clips from the video games is tagging
Nah,
that shit in
don't know.
that'd be
movies.
funny as hell, though, but no.
Yeah, we used them.
Nah, man, the fucking but they got everybody's talking about the show that's coming to Netflix.
Have you
so-
played the game?
Which one?
The new one?
I got it.
Okay, did you finish it?
Hell no. Yo, that game's hard, bro. That shit, that first person view shit and everything, like, the game is tough though. It's a good game. It's a really good game.
Shorty
It's
got
a tough
fatty.
game. It's yeah.
Did you see the Duke, the fat guy?
Yeah. That's Hustle Man from
That's
Part
Hustle-
4.
yeah. Well, apparently they say they know each other. I know, like apparently there's like
Hustles all know each other.
like yeah, like Hustle.
That's his block.
exactly.
The dude got the
Because
other
remember
block.
they're in what I forgot what country they're in this one, like Norway or something, like Finland, someplace in the
Something
north.
white, yeah.
But and then,
white.
in the fourth one with
Nah,
Hustle
because
Man,
the other one they were speaking
they're
Spanish
in
in Part
Spain.
4.
They're in Spain.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, Part 4 was the greatest game. You want to know how great it was? That shit was on every platform for everybody.
Yeah, I mean
It
it's
was
still,
on
it's still
all-
on it's still on
It
it
was
now.
on PS2 on,
The Wii,
GameCube,
it had it on the Wii,
onto the Wii,
the PS3, the
Xbox.
PS4, the 360. I think that's the. I
Like,
think-
come on,
I don't
man.
think
Like,
it was on
yo,
the
that
original
game
Xbox.
has been everywhere. Capcom made their money off that game a long time ago, and they just kept going. I even bought it again for the PS4.
I did buy it on the PS4 as well.
I don't think I played it, to be honest.
Nah? Oh, my God, man. That's when they started doing that over the shoulder look.
Third person.
Nah. No, because there was always a third person game. You always saw their whole body.
It was at the fixed camera, and they just like the tank controls.
Yeah, like from like the hip up, you could kind of see like their whole motion.
Yeah, you had to like
You could hook up the guns. You could do. That's where all that shit started.
Part 4, yeah. It just says snowy Eastern European village, but I know like.
It's on the way. I told you.
The 4th one was Spain.
It was Spain, yeah.
Hustle Man.
Nah, but this game is it's really good, and it's a hard game. Like that game is not not easy.
But they at least justify why it's more difficult.
Like, cause I shot this motherfucker in the head a couple times. In any other Resident Evil, their head blew off.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers are still trying to bite me, man. Like,
werewolves
what the
now,
fuck,
shit.
yo? Yeah, it's werewolves in the beginning.
It was like that.
It's all different monsters. Like to my understanding so far of the game.
You
Yeah,
got
me,
the
myself, and Irene when he was shooting the cow.
You got the chick with the big butt.
Nah, it's good. That vampire chick, she's like the biggest like name right now. Like, cause everybody's talking about
Because
her.
everybody,
Cause she bad, my nigga.
What is her name?
She like 9 foot.
What's her name?
Lady Dimitrescu.
Demetrius,
Dimitrescu.
Dimitrescu, whatever.
Tall bitch.
She sound
Yeah,
Russian.
she 9 foot.
Yeah, do you guys remember?
Vampire. You see it?
Yo, 9 foot tall. Though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
9 foot.
Why they made
You
her a
guys
giant?
remember-
I don't know why they made it that big. I haven't got to that story. If they explain
It's
it.
the mutation.
Oh,
You guys remember? You have to read like read into like all
'Cause
that
they
little-
gave her,
all that
like-
bullshit.
Tits and ass, nigga. Like that was all
She
mutated
did.
too.
Do you remember? Do you remember Deuce Bigelow?
Yeah.
That's a huge bitch.
That's a huge. That's her.
That's a huge bitch. Freak.
She said, "Yo, mistake." She
Yeah,
said,
nah.
"No steak." Like, you mistake?
And it's crazy because I'm at this one part. I'm not far in the game because I barely get to like actually sit down and play. But where she's literally just walking up on you the whole time in the castle.
So it's supposed to be like
Bitch making me nervous as
it's
hell.
almost
'Cause I'm
like-
like, yo, where am I supposed to go? So you trying
like
to learn where to
Nemesis.
go? Like, you got this big ass bitch with the. She got the Freddy Krueger shit.
Have you played
She's just slicing you
Did
the
you
fuck
play the
up.
Part 2 remake?
The what?
The Part 2 remake?
For PS4.
Nah, man. See, that's the thing, man. That's the one thing that Capcom keeps doing with
You
these
should
remakes.
you're sleeping on them.
Yeah?
Because there are honestly, yes, there is some things missing from Part 2, like the original, but it is still amazing.
Yeah? Alright, so I'm gonna try. Because I don't know, like, after, when I saw that they remade Part 4 for every system, like I said, I bought it because it's my favorite one.
You need to you're sleeping heavily on Part 2. The Part 3 remake was okay. It was short. You could beat it like in
Well,
within
no,
2-3
but
hours.
Nemesis on PlayStation was short
too,
anyway.
But it's even shorter. Like they cut a lot of
Pause.
shit out.
They gave you like a half-hour game.
You gotta even start pausing. Talking about
Nemesis
Nemesis
was a
like
short
that,
one.
yeah. Throw Nemesis business out there, yo. Is Nemesis the biggest
Tyrone.
character?
No, I think Tyrone
They're both
was.
the same. They're both the same height.
Tyrone from Part 1.
Well, how about the tall chick?
You
No.
mean Tyrant?
No, that's Tyrone. Yeah.
How about this tall
Tyrant,
chick?
yeah.
The tall chick could be the tallest one because she is 9 foot. The other,
Nah, but Nemesis definitely has some
Let's look
like
up-
height.
Nah, he has something else. This dude
And-
was going through the walls.
And Tyrone.
Yeah, who's Tyrone though? Let me see him.
Tyrone's in Part 1.
Nemesis.
He's the one that you blew up with the, like, the
He's
missile
7'3",
launcher at the end of
so-
the game.
7'3". Yeah.
So that chick is the tallest one.
Oh shit! All right, okay.
Wait,
okay.
who's that?
That's Nemesis' height.
Nah,
Alright,
check
Nemesis.
out-
Hey, how about the other dude? Rome. Rome.
Well, they're both from the same species or same creation.
That don't mean they got the same height. One like
He's
5'12".
7 feet. They're all 7 feet.
Oh, okay. Damn, so she 9
What's his
foot, so
picture,
she
though?
killing it.
It says
This
was
nigga's
while the
stretched.
shortest.
And she a vampire.
No.
though.
Is he stretched out?
No, that's the 3D model, so that's why they stretch them out like that.
I can't see homie.
Because my Peruvian stuff is on the way.
Oh, look, they got him on the side. Down there, look, the third picture.
Oh, okay.
See the picture in the
down?
bottom? In the
Number
bottom?
9, if you were to count it.
Number 9.
Look, they got him
Yeah,
right there.
yeah. Look at her height though.
She's 8. Okay, so he's 8'7", but she's 9'6".
Yeah, she's. Oh, okay. She's over 9. Yeah.
That's the Statue of Liberty,
Look
bro.
at that shit. That hat big as hell.
Yo, that's a big. Just throw your hat, man. You catching?
It's that odd job hat from fucking what's it called, James Bond.
Yeah, they don't got to. Who's that?
Who?
The one next to Nemesis.
The gray dude,
That's
right?
Mr. X from Part 2.
So they don't even got a Tyrant on it.
That is Tyrant, basically. He's a Tyrant. He's just the second generation of
And
Tyrant.
he ain't got the fucked up hand.
Get my strong hand.
Yeah. Fucking goes back to Capcom because Marvel's Capcom 2.
262 centimeters.
That jump was European.
Speak American, bro.
That shit was European, dog. Yo, some of my man's hair, though.
Now.
Let me see.
103 inches.
That's, how many in feet, bro?
That's like, no. Then he'll be like close to
8'5".
Oh, okay.
8'5".
Damn, yo.
Pretty tall dude.
Marvel's Capcom 2. I was playing that shit last night.
Oh, Jill's special.
Jill Special.
That
He
shit
came in, yeah.
But like when I was a kid,
One of the greatest fucking fighting games.
Wait, what?
Marvel's Capcom 2. When you play with Jill, she was one of his special moves.
Oh, she brings him out.
Her quarterback. her
She brought the
quarterback
dog out. She brought a zombie out. She brought the zombie birds, the
Yeah.
crows, and she brought him out.
That was like one of her. I like back in the day, I used to push like the triggers.
Yeah.
I used to pull the triggers to do the specials.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the only
yeah.
way I knew how to do it.
Oh,
But
and
then
he came out?
But then I found out, I was like, oh, you can do all these other specials, and then that's when I found out the
Yeah,
Tiger
nah,
special.
man. That game was good, man. Like, they couldn't remake that game. Marvel's Capcom 3 was alright. They fucked up trying to go more into like this 3D-ish type of
But
thing.
it's the tournament standard because they say they don't like really Marvel vs. Capcom 2 because there's a lot of broken characters.
Right, it's still the greatest game.
It is still, to me, it is the better one out of the two.
No,
out
it's-
of the,
no, out of the whole series,
Out of
yes.
the series, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is my favorite. But in tournament like standards, they don't use part 2 too much because there's a lot.
Right,
of,
but see, and
those
this
characters with
is
the
so
infinite
this is the
combos.
problem with that, because you're trying to fit to tournament standards, and the Infinite one that they came out with, fucking
That's what
bombed.
they don't use it. That's why they don't use
No,
it.
it
They use
bombed.
3.
Like this
Yeah.
fucking game was terrible.
They still use Street Fighter 4 as a tournament game. They don't use Street Fighter 5 yet.
Right, and well, they used Street Fighter 4
They
because
perfected it. over
Infinite
years.
bombed.
Honestly,
And then what they did was they just kept Street Fighter 4 on the roster, and the fucking game just kept growing.
Well, they always use multiple different fighting games. But
Like they got new DLCs on it now, where you could get Dan and all these other
Dan
motherfuckers.
Hibiki, yeah, that's why you buy Ultimate because that's all the updates. Everybody's balanced out.
Well, yeah, they had to do a whole update on it where they actually balanced out some of the moves on
Exactly.
people, because Dan had a infinite combo move or some shit that was
But
just
that's
ending people
But
in
that's
the
the
tournament.
that's the problem with Street Fighter 2. You couldn't update it because it's such an old game.
That's an old ass. Yeah, that shit was in the 90s.
Exactly. There was no such thing as updating a game.
But they used Street Fighter 3, and that was like a 97 game for a
But-
while.
They had internet access. Like that was like the early cusp of internet access.
Gotcha,
So They
gotcha.
were still able to update it. But also remember there was 3 versions of Street Fighter 3. So
Yeah, you're right. They used the last
They
version.
used Surge Strike because that was the most refined.
Yeah.
At that time.
I sucked at all those games. I'm only good at Mortal
Shooting games.
Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
I was playing Mortal Kombat 2 last night. Yo, that's like probably the hardest Mortal Kombat.
Dude,
Yeah.
you can't do.
No, that
combos.
one is.
There's like
I don't think you can get
No, there's no
past 8.
combos. No. They started combos in like 3.
barely.
Part 1 and 2, yeah, and it was barely. Part 1 and 2, there was no
It was
combos.
just jabs and
So
punches
it's
and
you
kicks.
guys just be nice with the jabs and the punches, and that's it.
That nigga threw 2 moves, bro.
That's it.
And the kick and a down
Especially,
kick.
especially if you play that shit on Sega Genesis. Like when you play Street Fighter on Sega Genesis with the 3-button controller, you had to press start to switch those 3 buttons to kick, and press start to switch it back to punch. So there was no start menu. Yeah, motherfucker. This is before 6-button controllers came out. Like that's all you had was 3 buttons.
I had
Yeah.
a Super Nintendo. I didn't have a Genesis.
Yeah, see, they were spoiled. You had 6 buttons from the rip. Like,
I was playing Castlevania.
nah, man. So if you wanted to use all your punches on the Sega Genesis, you had it. And you had to press, you had to press start to switch the kicks.
That is such,
Nice, bruh.
That's such a ghetto.
But see, that's why I'm good at that game.
implementation.
Cause then when I got it for Super, then it was a whole different ball game.
Well, also Mortal Kombat on the Super, there was no blood until Part 2.
Yeah, there was no blood
There was
because
water coming off.
that was Nintendo's
Nintendo's
Give
standard.
it
thing. Just knock sweat.
sweat coming
We're
off.
punching the sweat out
Yeah,
of each
nah.
other.
Sega Genesis didn't play that. They didn't give a fuck.
They had a cheat code. You had to put for blood.
Sega Genesis was like, yeah, you want all the blood? Take it.
And then
Pause.
Nintendo saw all those sales going to Sega, and they're like, all right, we're putting blood in the second one.
Because you want to be
I had
friendly.
Sega Genesis first. I had Nintendo. Our Nintendo was built into the TVs. So my mom bought Ox this fucking this TV. Now you know how TVs used to come with the DVD. I mean the VHS players.
Yeah.
It had the Nintendo. You can look it up. You can still.
I'm like, where
you see
the
them
fuck
shits.
did you get that shit?
That was our Nintendo though. I don't know how much that shit cost, but it was this big ass box, and that was our TV.
Sharp made it?
No,
I
Sharp
don't know,
is that thing you put in the back of
No,
the
it says Sharp Nintendo Television.
Yeah.
Oh, Sharp. I thought you said
Well,
Sharp.
go to that little picture in the top right corner.
This one? Well, I was
That
gonna
one.
pull up the whole Wikipedia page.
No, but that's the no. Fuck the Wikipedia. That one. It had the 4 little corners sticking out. That was it. That was our TV. That's how we play Nintendo.
Oh, that's Nintendo though, right?
Yeah,
The big
NES.
tape. Yeah, it is.
It was that was it. That's how we played.
I just like a drone.
And then we got Sega Genesis right after, and we hooked the Sega Genesis up to that shit.
Yeah, but imagine like you try hooking it up and like it just doesn't play because it's Sega. It's like no.
Yeah, nah, nigga, we Nintendo. Hey, nah, so we had that TV for years, bro. Even when Nintendo stopped working on that shit, that was just our regular ass TV.
Do you remember when video games used to put them on channel 3 just to play games?
Yeah.
There was no inputs.
They
That
gotta
was that,
change it,
yeah,
yeah.
that was
channel
that
3.
AV shit, right? The little AV.
Yeah,
It wasn't even. I had. It was the. It was just like.
Oh no, it was the
The
twisty
coax.
wire.
the twisty
it was
wire,
coax,
and that junk was
yeah.
roasted, corroded. Yeah, it won't crash right, yo.
AV started with
if you strip
PlayStation,
the,
right?
strip the screw. No, my my NES had or Super Nintendo had that.
For real?
My Super had. Yeah,
I
that's
had
how-
coax. I had coax.
It had the box. It had the little box and the long wire to it.
So we
No, I didn't even know that. I had
Super
coax.
Nintendo
And then you
shit.
can put the cable through the little box. You put the cable in it.
yeah. So you just go to channel 3, just turn the Nintendo on, and just went straight on.
That's so wild, yo.
And then I also had the adapt. I had the one though where you just put channel 3, and then you turn the VCR on, and then you had the red, white, yellow.
Oh, you had it hooked up to the,
Yeah,
the
see,
VCR.
I had that when I first got the PlayStation.
I had both those options.
That's how we had the
It's
64
funny, man,
hooked
because
up.
Then 64 was the same way. They used the
Yeah,
same. They
that's
sell
how we
the
had
same
it
plug
hooked
for
up.
Super Nintendo.
Like I was telling Syra, like we had no choice but to beat the games back in the day.
You couldn't save that junk.
Well, one, there was no save.
There was no save.
And 2, you rented them on Blockbuster, so you only had 2 days to beat the fucking game.
No, but like Zombies Ate My Neighbors is a long ass game.
You-
That
they-
I still have never beat.
Nah, I
They give
never
you
beat that game.
codes.
Did it have passwords?
Yeah, they give you codes for that level.
They give you codes, yeah, so you could go back to your level with the
But
shit
it was
you had.
every 5 levels though.
Oh yeah, because they're chapters, right?
Yeah.
Fucking Batman Forever was 81 stages of the same shit. That game was hard as hell.
Oh,
though.
that Zombies Ate My Neighbors is 55.
55 stages, and if you forgot,
And you gotta get the key. Yeah.
If you forgot a key, maybe let's say like you made it to stage 18,
And you forgot a key to unlock a door. You were
but you
fucked.
forgot those keys in level 7.
you don't even.
You can't get
ain't going
through the
nowhere.
rest of the game. You got to restart the whole game.
That's annoying.
That shit is frustrating, nigga.
So you better have level 15 where you have most of the stuff, and then continue moving.
You fought that
It-
big
it
ass
was tough.
baby.
Beat that baby up 3 times.
I remember Jason was in that game. They had to do with a chainsaw.
No, Jason was
Chainsaw.
Jason. If you play Friday the 13th for Nintendo, that was another game I never beat.
Oh yeah, 'cause, well that game was.
It was hard as hell, yo.
Well, it was broken too. Like it wasn't designed properly.
It wasn't designed for you to beat it.
Yo,
That's
but you,
what that shit
yo, but you
was.
ever played the game Demolition Man for Sega?
Nah, I never played it.
Yo, that game was hot.
Yeah?
Dope game.
One of
You
my
played with
favorite-
Wesley? Or they just gave
Nah,
you
I think it was, Sylvester.
only?
You're Sylvester.
I think Sylvester's chasing Wesley.
One of the greatest movies ever. Yo, that movie was good, yo.
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
Judge Dredd the game.
Taco
was,
Bell.
Judge Dredd was alright. I like that.
Judge
like
Dredd
it.
was good.
Yeah, it was
But
dope.
Demolition Man set it up, bro. Like, Taco Bell was the only one that survived the food.
The food wars. That shit was
Like,
wild.
That shit became like a 5-star
Five-star
restaurant.
What year was it though that they went to?
Set for like 2030?
something. 2020 something.
It was like 2030.
Really? Yeah. So right now we're like what 10 years
We
away
like
from
a
it.
couple. I mean,
So
Taco Bell still got some time.
We about to go to the food wars then.
You know what I mean? I mean, they're doing chicken wars right now.
93.
No, that's when the movie came out.
No, no,
but it
no,
was
I know.
2032.
See,
Oh.
2030.
So they got 11 more years to have the food war.
And 2, I don't think we're gonna be freezing motherfuckers like they did.
yeah.
I mean,
And Walt Disney
I was
frozen.
about to say, Walt Disney's frozen.
That's a myth. That's a myth.
Yeah, because you can't prove it.
I
You can't
haven't
prove
seen
it
him
wrong.
frozen.
You can't prove it wrong, yo. He's frozen.
I haven't seen him.
Huh? You haven't
No.
seen him? You met him before?
No, I'm saying how we know he's frozen is it real?
How we know he not?
We don't.